everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Nyx Marikuma, and I am the owner of Marikuma Healing, where we heal our mind, body, soul, and hearts. We talk about mental and emotional and physical disabilities. A great big one that I talk like an enormous deal on is glaucoma, which comes into four types. Excuse me, there's one that builds pressure in your eyes slowly. There's one that blocks the fluids in your eyes and it builds pressure up quickly. There's ones where you have both of them. And there's one that affects babies who have undeveloped eyes or haven't been developed well. Okay, they could have been either born a little bit early or they have some type of problem with their eyes and things. And normally that's dealt with surgery and stuff of that nature. I talk about the surgeries, the medicines, the treatments, how to go about it, where to find support, what type of doctors you guys should be going to. I also talk a great deal about emotional support animals and counseling and things of that nature. We talk about listening to our emotions, feeling ourselves, healthy, going over there, expressing ourselves, saying what we need to say, and just kind of being able to love ourselves and be able to accept love from other people. You know what I mean? How to heal from trauma and abuse, toxic people, toxic situations, stressful, um, things. Some things that have scarred us for life and how to navigate it and how to feel a little bit less tied down by that experience. I would talk about domestic abuse and sexual abuse and abuse of all sorts of natures. I also do card readings. You know what I mean? So much like how you see people read tarot or oracle decks, I have playing cards. This is what I have on hand. This is what I can read. And before anybody comes up to me and being like, it's only for tarot. Listen, sweetheart. Back in the day, way back in the day, people used to read playing cards. Okay? Some people read tarot, some people read playing cards. But if you're also like a witch in the broom closet and you haven't really came out or you're very private about your practice, playing cards is a great way to do it because nobody suspects you reading fortunes and energies and situations and things through playing cards. You can do that. And I'm not the only one that does it. There's a few others out there that I've like run into, at least with social media that do it. And I'm like, oh, so I am not the only one, thank God. I thought it was like the last, playing card reader. That was gonna be fucking interesting. Anyways, I don't have tarot just because like it's not acceptable for me. Like I cannot go out to the store and buy it. And I'm also teaching myself as I go along because I'm a solitary witch, which means I do my practice on my own. I don't have a coven or guides in a sense to show me the way. It's just kind of like trials and error. We do witchy vids where I talk about witchcraft, what it is, how to go about it. And also, I will say this till my face turns blue when I do those videos. You are your own person. Okay, I advise all beginners to learn the basics and practice protection magic. Okay. And I know some people are going to be like, well, it's not that big of a deal. You don't have to have it. You rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people that believe in that. Okay. I'd rather have something and not need to use it than need it and not have it around and have to be scrambling and trying to get things to fall in place. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anywho, we do witchy reads where I read books. Mainly my books are witchcraft related or psychic related. And we'll read those, right? We're reading The Everyday Psychic by Karen Harrison. We're on currently chapter 6. And I will hopefully be doing part 2 by next week or by the end of this week. Okay. I will also be doing the Spanish versions of witchy reads as well, which will probably be like Bruja Lectora. So witchy reads. I know I kind of like butchered it, but yeah. Um, as well as we'll be getting back to Spanish videos as well. I have 2 TED Talks, Dark Minds and Butterflies, where we talk about any and all things. Okay, when I say free topic, I do mean like on life experiences, the good, bad, and the ugly, the holy trinity of sensory, or here sensitivity is more like it, marriage, sexuality, and politics. Yeah, we talk about that. We do. We jump into those waters. It's always fun when we touch touchy topics. Who knows what's gonna happen? And the second one is Virar, right? Which is bent in rhythm, rhythm, and rhyme. We talk about our emotions, we talk about situations, we talk about experiences through art, music, poetry, and good old fashioned communication. Okay. We will be having our Spanish Dark Minds and Butterflies continue. I have episode one, which we have talked a great deal about intelligence and wisdom. Now we're talking about patience. And we'll be talking about diplomacy as well, which will all be for episode one. And for episode two, mental health and moving forward. And episode three will be more about like healing and, just kind of how to handle not taking your trauma out on other people. We're going to be getting into it. We'll also be doing vent and rhythm, rhythm and rhyme in Spanish as well as card readings. But I'm getting my English readings out of the way. Okay. The Spanish readings will be coming in. I promise you, we will not have to do it till June. Okay. Your June will be with June and your May will be with May by the grace of the gods and goddesses. Now, you can see a lot of my TED Talks and witchy reads are mainly on my YouTube live. Okay. But yeah, so yeah, that will be something that's posted on the bottom of these videos. Y'all can be able to follow and subscribe if you like what I do. And without further ado, let's get to part two of Libra's May monthly reading. Okay, we talked about what you guys are bringing in, which is empathy and learning how to deal with your stress. And if you guys are going through depression or anxiety and things, it is okay to go to a doctor and get help. Go to a physician, go to a therapist, go to a counselor, go to an organic or herbal, practitioner, somebody that is more of a holistic practitioner. If you don't want to use medicines and things, you want to have a more organic, natural approach, go to a profession. Do not go over there, look online, and be like, oh, yeah, well, I can mix these things together, okay? Because the same information you can get from online can also give you misinformation. Like, I have glaucoma, right? And I've had people come to me from time to time being like, I heard that putting pineapple juice in your eyes helps lower the pressure of your eyes because that's what somebody told me. That's what I found online. That's what you're supposed to do. Don't be putting none of these jazz in your eyes. You use eye drops. There's vitamins for your eyes. Do your due diligence. Go to a professional. Go to a doctor. Go to a physician. All right? And before y'all hit me with, oh, yeah, it's expensive, go to a small clinic. They can help you out. Okay. You don't have to go to a hospital or a doctor. If you're in a small town, go to a little clinic, ask them what's what, and see about it. For me, meditation, okay, so the double M's, meds and meditation, helps me out a lot on handling that. Now, getting into what this month is going to be about for you, Libra. Got the heavy out of the way. Let's get into the light. All right. Encouragement and enjoying fruits of your labor. And the way that I'm looking at it is that if you guys can deal with your empathy, okay, because that could be something that's blocking you from getting all the things that you want. Because you may be feeling a little slow, a little sluggish, a little bit like as long as out of mind, out of out of sight, out of mind, that cannot affect me. I did that for years and it can build up. Don't try that method of approach if you're trying not to as long as I don't think about it, it will not consume me. If you don't deal with it, it will consume you. And you will almost lose your life because you'll be pushing your body way too much. I've done it. I've almost killed myself in the sake of out of sight, out of mind. As long as I don't see it, as long as I don't think about it, it can't hurt me because I'm not giving it any energy and it's out of my head and da 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 da. Delusional. No, don't. So I'm telling you and I'm saving you. Don't do it. Deal with it. You don't have to deal with it all at once, but deal with it time after time, a little by little. You know what I mean? One step at a time, baby. But encouragement during fruits of your labor is what this month is going to be about. Obviously, we are going to be getting new. I'm gonna look into it. Okay, because I'm curious. I'm seeing you guys have new opportunities for your encouragement. I'm seeing you guys being able to stand on business, speaking your piece. We're with people that support us. We're being empathetic to ourselves and others. We're putting our time, energy, and efforts into things that are beneficial for us. We're not going to go over there and be like, look, here's the thing. There's some things that are in your power. And I'm learning this as the months go by. There's some things that I have the power to do, but I don't have the power to control people. Okay, I'm sure that I do, but I don't do that because that's a waste of my gift. Um, there's some things that I can do and some things I cannot do. All right. What I can do, what is in my power, and as long as I try my best. That's it. That's all that fucking matters. You know what I mean? Because as long as I'm doing my best and I'm trying my hardest to get everything on its way, then it's fine. It's fine. A lot of us are trying to make everybody happy and get this thing on the way and trying to be everything for everybody. If they are not giving you time and energy and effort, if they are not being healthy for you, don't be there for them. Okay? Some people like being miserable. Some people like playing the poor, pitiful me, the nobody likes me, and oh shit, everything's so. If you're not going to change the outcome, you're going to be stuck in that mindset, baby. No. I'm sorry, universe. I'm going to be a butt. I'm going to be a butt. I'm going to be a butt. What is the cause for the encouragement and joint fruits of labor? Okay. Failure to communicate. Okay. What's helping you guys with that? Independence and self reliance. Okay. Let me just make sure. The Nine of Hearts did come out, and I'm kind of secretly hoping that it does come out again because I think that would be really good for you guys to kind of like balance instead of carrying everything all at once. But okay. Competition and disagreement. So the reason why this month is all about encouragement during fruits of your labor is because of failure to communicate. So I think when it comes to that, who is communicating to you and who is not? Who is worth your time and who is not worth your time? Okay. And some people may think that, oh, that's kind of mean, or, well, I am trying my best, or some people just aren't good at communication. I get that. But communication come in multiple ways. Okay. We tackle it into three. If I talk to you and you talk to me, and we're going back and forth with our communications, right? You're feeling comfortable, you can express yourself. I'm listening to you. I'm doing my best to understand where you're coming from in the conversation. You're doing the same for me. That's a healthy communication. Okay. There's some people who will not let you speak and they will overtalk you. And I am not that person, but I have a very bad habit because I get so excited when I conversate, like when I do communications and things, especially if it's like a topic that I'm interested in. I end up over talking the other person. Do I mean it in a nasty way? Obviously not. I do not mean it in a nasty way. But do I do it? Yes, I'm guilty. I'm fucking guilty. I'm not gonna go over there and be like, I would never, because I'm so good at communication. No, I'm not. I'm getting there. I'm fucking trying. But it's not my strong suit. I always say this. Anywho, if they're over talking you, right? And you're not able to say anything, and they're not giving you any time, and they just kind of like me, myself, and I. It's all about me, myself, and I, me, myself, and I. And they're just here for you to listen to them so that way they can just talk about themselves more or what they're going in, or, it's all about them. That's not a good communication. That's somebody that you probably don't want to be around because you're just an audience to them, and that's not something that people should be. Another type of communication, if you try, all right, if you really try to understand somebody, sometimes when people use certain words, I don't understand it, okay? I have the gift to gab. That means I'm a good talker. I understand things. I can understand the vocabulary. There's some new terms and new words that I'm not familiar with, and I may not understand it the way that you use it, all right? Like the young bloods for somebody who's suspicious or shady, y'all use sus. Me, I use flugazy. If I ever go there and be like, man, this flugazy motherfucker, shit, all this two-faced bullshit ass, you know, pigeon-looking mother. You know what I mean? I'm just out here saying things, which if you heard like the older generation saying something like that, they're really just saying that this person isn't no good. Okay? If you're a two-faced or you're shady or you're whack or you're like again, flugazy, you are not somebody to be trusted. You're not somebody that's like, oh my goodness, I trust you with everything. No, no, they're not the one. They're out here running these games and they're getting, do not be played by these players, guys. People out here doing lies and things. See, different generation, different slang, different interpretation of the same thing. It comes in different words. So trying to understand somebody making forth that effort is very important. Now, with independence and self reliance, Libra, this is all about standing on your own and having trust that you got this. Now, before anybody come up to me being like, so I get to be a badass boss, queen, king, and royal in between. Yes, but understand with independence, there also is teamwork. It goes hand in hand. A good boss, okay, a good leader has a good team. And a good team has a good leader. That means you have somebody like you can stand on your own and do your own things. That's fine. And you can still do things with other people and have a group and a team, okay? Make sure that you are not out here trying to carry everything on your own. Make sure you're also not trying to go around and be dependent, okay? Being too independent causes you to carry too much loads. Being too dependent on somebody doesn't allow you to do things on your own and you're relying on somebody to carry you all the way. They may not be able to do that and then you're left stranded. So have a happy medium, have a balance, okay? The good thing is you're an air sign. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, y'all are air signs. Balance and duality and diversity is in your fucking element. It is in your gift and in your divine right. Okay, so Libra, do not be like, oh God, balancing. No, baby. You're literally represented as a balanced beam. Your duality, bitch. Yeah, your duality. So tap into it. Okay? Be able to do things that allow you to do things on your own. And also understand that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to lead people and also listen to ideas and, do what. Okay? Now, for you to reach your goals and get your stuff done, competition and disagreement. Remember, competition is always and will always be a fun game. Okay? So make sure that you're out here having fun, enjoying yourselves, what. And I'm again really sorry, Libra, because I guess like y'all's reading is gonna be on the longer side. Um, it would have been fine if I was just doing like TikTok and YouTube. But with Insta, they only give me 20 minutes and we're kind of already out. But at least this gives you a little bit of more knowledge on why or where to get your encouragement and enjoying fruits of your labor. Part three, we are going to get into what you're pursuing and much, much more. Thank you guys for your love and support. If you like what I do, follow me, subscribe to my channel. It's free. And you guys get a lot of videos on YouTube that y'all don't get on Insta, Facebook, and TikTok, okay? If you're following me on Instagram, thank you guys so much. Continue to spread the word. And thank you for the love and support of 98 subscribers. And also, we have 1,100 videos on YouTube for y'all to watch and enjoy, both in Spanish and in English. Okay. Slay the day, be happy and be gay. Stay tuned for part three.